And, you know, just like in real life, you know, you need certain technologies to do certain things. If you didn't have certain things, you wouldn't be able to do certain things if you didn't know certain things. Also, whenever you do a barbarian encampment, you do get a little bit of gold. However, I've always been really tempted to just turn them off, even on single player, because they're such a pain. Um, and they won't stop bugging you even into the late game, which is really sad. Because they don't do much once they're in the late game. Um, they can't really do much. So another really basic thing to explain right here. Right here, this blue tab thing is basically like like your auto thing to do. I know there's a name for it, I don't know the actual name. Um, Basically whenever you click on this, it's going to tell you the next possible thing you can do. Um, and then you can choose, and then you just, whenever you do something, it'll go to the next possible thing you can do. It's going to be the next possible thing you can do. Mostly relating to your units. It'll go from units. It'll go diplomatic stuff first. City things second, and then lastly, it'll go through your units. And you can just keep going through this, and this is what most people do. I think you just keep using this. Okay, now this is where it gets a little complicated. This is your policy. Um, this is your like policy. I don't even know what they call it. I call it the policy page. um, and this is you get to adopt policies like government policies. You know, like what you're gonna focus your what's gonna be your focus. Like, oh, do I want to go tradition? Because it increases my rate of my expansion. Do I want to go honor because it gives more combat, or do I want to go liberty, um, which gives me more culture and some more chance at great persons? Actually, I'm gonna go traditional because the way this thing is set up, I need as much area as I can get. Um, you only get one. You get one policy point for every time this thing reaches its this number right here on the right. You get this much points every turn. Um, and yeah. So again, this is like your scrolling tool or whatever right here. You can hold down left, that's how you move around, or you can click around here on the little mini map. That also gets you moving around, or you can zoom in and out with your mouse wheel. Um, oh, I have horses here too. That's actually really nice. So okay, well, okay, let me explain something about the units. This is a warrior. Warriors, you know, basic close range units that kind of bruiserish and you know whatever. Well, this is early game units. These are early game units too. Basic warrior, spear, get a spear, get a wooden club or something like that. Um, they're the most basic units. You know, fight, move them around, or make them do nothing. I'm actually gonna make a settler. Or, no, I need a worker first. Um, so next unit I'm gonna say is a scout. Scouts move around a lot faster and easier than, warriors and other units. Because, well, their main thing is to scout. Look around and do things. And it never really changes. The scout never really changes except this little picture throughout, like, the whole game. Um, so it's always good to have one scout and set it to automatic. You see this little scroll bar? This usually is just all it really gives you usually for those options is to let them move around automatically or to delete them. Is usually the extra options you can get on most other units. Um, and well, because I'm not there yet, but I'll explain things as they go along. Okay, see there, I learned trapping, and with trapping I can make camps on things like deer, horses, and, well, those are the things near me for examples right now. Oh, or right here, or cattle or sheep, I can build on there. If I didn't have that, I would only be able to tear them down for farms or road or things like that. So again, that's the whole point of researching, is to be able to do things you normally wouldn't be able to do, and you have to you have to research things. Or you won't be able to do anything. Actually, it won't even let you go to the next turn, I'm pretty sure, without you doing something. Is what I found. You have to do something, or it won't even let you go to the next turn. Let's see. And then once you adopt a policy, you put your every time this thing like levels up, you can put a point into one of the slots inside your policy. Normally what I like to grab first is this, because it gives me a free thing. In all your first 4 cities. No, I don't know if it counts towards other thing. It's usually, it just gives you the monument for free. Which I guess is fine early game, but if you build a city kind of late game, it's pretty lame just to get that for free. Okay, well, oh, there's one thing I did want to say. See, where I go to policy, social policies right here. So the thing I talked about though, when you could win, you see right this, come on, completing 5 policy branches, you may construct the Utopia project. If one of your cities triggers a culture of victory. See right there, it even says, so basically, if you throughout the game, you get to adopt 5 policies that, and depending on which one you start with, certain ones conflict with each other, so you have to like get rid of some if you want to do another one. Sometimes, but if you do 5 and you have to do every single box inside every single one you adopt, you will get this, and when this happens, you win. That's one of the ways to win. And this is okay. And this right here is your science. Science doesn't do much except also contribute towards your points. And we can do that too right here. See how it says right here? My score is 50 points. So yeah, see, I got 12 from attacking, 12 from land. So this, all science is really good for is going towards your points. That's all science is really there. I'm gonna just explain a couple of things, well, because my time's running out, but cause I really want to do this short. Oh, okay. On every so many turns, I think like every 5 turns or something, 10 turns, it'll give you this, and it'll tell you like various things. Like the people with the pointiest sticks is me.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but
you won't necessarily be always at the top, even if you have the most points, because maybe another nation is doing something better than you. So I finished mining. You see mining, construct a mine, chop down a forest, or at least that's what it leads to. Or it gives you the basic ones. So I also like to rush, because I need masonry for this, don't I? Because I gotta go through masonry to get, iron started. Let's see, next turn. Like I said, our time's running out. Okay, what else? Okay, right here, gold. Gold is pretty much self-explanatory. More buildings and bigger your city is, the more it's gonna cost to run it. The more people you have, though, the more money you get. And also from trade routes, and you can also collect gold. It won't add to your stat gold, which is what I call this right here, your plus gold. That's what I call your stat gold. That won't add to it, but there's various ways to get gold. You can get gold from other countries, from defeating barbarians, from various other little things. And I think I'm stuck on a small island, unless this thing connects right here that I don't see. And I doubt it, because it looks like it just curves off into the cattle right here with the fish. So yeah, this isn't gonna be the easiest playthrough. Um, so again, keep your thing in the plus. If you're in the negative, stop building cities. Uh, try to make your people. If you make your people happier, it also helps contribute to your gold. Uh, also, certain technologies will help you get things that help gold. Um, and I'm just gonna end on this turn because my time's running out. Okay, happiness. Happiness is you get happiness as long as your people. You can stay in green happiness because again, all these mechanic stuff. Look at that whole list thing. I don't want to go through that, and I doubt you want to hear that. Basically, keep your people fed. Uh, don't go to war. Um, make sure the area around them is relatively not messed up. It's not. You didn't get attacked by barbarians. It didn't. The area around it is being smushed out of food. Because if you like, say you build a farm and then you decide to build, I don't know, a mine on top of it. Uh, Again, that has to relate to food. You gotta keep your people fed. Um, you 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 get happiness, and so long as you keep your people fed, as long as you have some good luxury resources and you trade luxury resources, they like to have luxury resources near them, but they also like it a lot better when you trade things that you because you're really only going to want to trade things you don't obviously have around you, and the different things you have going through your city and through your trade routes is going to generate more happiness. um as well as I think certain buildings generate happiness, various buildings and everything. um and then we have the golden age. Ow. We have the golden age counter. Golden age basically, it's like a boosting time for your country. You get more gold, you get more science, you get a bit more of everything basically during that time. Um, and you gotta fill this up, and it costs more and more every time you do it. But only every time you do it normally, and you get each. How many points you get every turn is dependent on your happiness. Um, but and I'm not gonna explain. I'm gonna say exactly how you do it right now. But if you activate golden ages besides the normal way, this thing will stay low, and you can just keep popping this low later on. And I've had that once too, where I've been able to keep it low through various other ways and keep getting golden ages. Culture, I will explain what culture is. Heads towards social policies, and also you also get like one more tile every time it happens, I think. Faith has to do with religion, and again, I'll go into more detail when we get to religion stuff. Although religion doesn't really come in handy when it comes into late games, but it can help you a lot early game, for sure. It really can. Or well, in the mid game, you can't really get it starting off really early. Um, and this is your luxury slash strategic resource list right here, which I obviously haven't worked anything yet, so I don't have anything. And that's all I can see for right now. And again, there's various resources that I'll explain as I work them, or if I find them, trade them, yada yada yada. Um, so yeah, I will see you next time. And if you like this, well, I hope you liked it. And well, if you liked it, I'll do some more, and I'll do some more. So hopefully this turns out well, and hope you guys like. So this has been me, Loki King 3, and have a good day. That's all I can really say. So, yeah, I'm gonna save it though before I forget. Oops. Oh, that's one thing I do find annoying. You gotta scroll over. Series. How about that? Save. Okay. Bye bye.